Hey there, everybody. So I'm just doing some random messing around in the shop tonight. Thought I'd share. Alright, so the first agenda of the evening, let's get it over here. So we're going to transport this bike soon, going on a little trip. And I was figuring the best way to move it would probably be upside down, that way it doesn't roll around. And we'll just put a pair of straps on it, one on each side, kind of like a motorcycle. Except the problem is with it upside down, these gear selectors contact the ground before the grips do. So what we're doing is I took off the grips and I made these little blocks that slide on where the grips would go, and that protects my gear selectors. Now the only problem with that is there's nothing to keep these from sliding back on the handlebars. So what I'm working on right now is making a little piece that'll go on the end, and that'll keep it from sliding back on the handlebar. So I believe that was ½ inch, yes. Okay. So we'll go a ½ inch past on that side. Lock that in place. There's my cut lines. Now I need to get myself, looks like I used a 1/8 inch. Need to find a 1/8 inch drill bit and a drill. So let's move you to where you can see what I'm doing. There's where the action's going to be. How about a center punch? Here it is. I'm feeling in the mood for the egg beater tonight. Just because. Picked this up for, I think it was $10. at a second-hand store. I got a different idea. I could use my vise, but then I would have to drill one hole, take it out, flip it, drill the other hole. If I just put it sideways on the corner like so, I don't have to do all that. Looks like I'll have to move it after all. Yeah, that's 1/8 inch. Step up to 1/8 inch now. Well, this one's a little off, but not terrible. Am I into model railroading? Yes, in the past, yes. I still have model trains, as not as much as I used to. Let's get us some panhead screws. Now, if you go back on my channel, some of the oldest videos on there, it's all train stuff. a little tight. Because this piece of wood is so thin, I really don't want the screws to be a tight fit. Let's try 5/32, see how that works. I think I'm going to move over to my bench vise. Oh, I'm getting tangled. There we are. Can you guys see? Yes, you can see. Awesome. See if that works. Wow, really? Still tight? Let's try a size bigger then. Come on, man. Oh. Three sixteenths. Let's see if that's the magic number. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. All right. Oh, back down to 93, but we were at 112 there for a second. So, I should probably show you what I just did. when I did the center punch for this hole, you can see how it's off to that side. So I drilled it sideways initially. So on the back side it is in the center. That's why I flipped the board over so that I'll start from the back side where it is centered. And hopefully it will stay centered. Going with very light pressure so it doesn't walk on me. And it stayed centered. Nice. Very nice. It's always a plus when things work out. All right, everybody, let's spin you around. There we are. I think one of the outdoor cats spooked one of the other outdoor cats. Where did my piece go? There it is. Maybe? Yes. me go grab a hammer. That's more like it. Okay. What am I doing? Here, I'll show you. We are going on a trip tomorrow, and we're planning on taking my bike. And I was figuring the best way to transport it would be upside down. That way, it would be more stable and it wouldn't scratch on anything or rub on anything. But with the bike upside down, these shifters contact the ground before the grips do. So I took the grips off and I made these little blocks of wood that slide on where the grips would go. And they're taller than the shifters are. And when we get to where we're going, I'll just put the grips back on. And what I'm doing now, there's nothing to stop this piece of wood from sliding up the handlebar like that. So I'm attaching a little piece of wood on the end to keep this piece from sliding around. Okay, so I need my pilot drill. And I probably could make some wheel stands. Like triangles to hold the brace against the wheels themselves. But I'm feeling lazy. I don't want to go through that much effort. So we're doing this. Does it matter if that piece is perfectly straight? No, but take pride in your work. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, there we are. Let's do a test fit. Swing you guys around. So this fits right here. And perfect. The piece of wood I added keeps this from sliding on more than it needs to. Now, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. In fact, for this one, I think I'll give you a closer view once I get my power cable untangled. There we are. Up close to the action, guys. Just visually seeing if it's centered. Okay. Okay. Now, let's go fit this onto my bike. Turn that a little. Still a little low for you, isn't it? That's better. There we are. Okay. Let me reposition the camera. And I will show you guys how this creation works. Okay. Just like that. And now those blocks of wood, if you notice there was an angle on one side, that's because if they were straight cut, it would just be a very fine edge of a corner contacting the floor. So I cut them at an angle, that way they have better contact with the floor. Now the plan is, just like a motorcycle basically, we're going to put ratchet straps on this. Probably going to go about here where my hand is. One on each side, from here to the floor, from here to the floor. Unless we do any stunt driver maneuvers, it ought to be just fine. Alright, let's get it stood back up now. Go. Okay, guys. So let's do some shop cleanup. Okay. Dusted. And my spade bit. Grab a brush. I always like to do this. Call me eccentric if you like, but Does anybody need a toothpick that's covered in oil? I don't think so. What else can I do? Yes. I need to not forget this. Be very sad if I forgot this. This is close-up viewing. This little dude, for those of you who don't know what this is a bike computer. It displays the speed. It has a clock in it. It shows an odometer, how far you've traveled, that kind of thing. The battery in it has decided it doesn't want to work no more. And I hope it stored its memory, but I'm not betting on it. There you go. It's a little watch cell battery. Do I have another one? I do. I hope it works. Okay, so it's going to want a number code for the wheel size. My particular bike, the wheels are 700C, 700 centimeter. So let's go in the chart. $700 by 40, 700 by 35. Closest I'm seeing $700 by 38. Mine are 700 by 40, but that size isn't listed in this chart. So the number code for that is 2180. Okay. It's alive. Okay. It's set as miles, yes. Okay, here's my code. 2180. So next, move that to an 8. Next, move that to a 1. Next, next. Can I remember how to set the time? How do I set the time, guys? Set up signal test. Average speed. Trip. Temperature. Not seeing an option. There it is. 24-hour. No. 12-hour. Next. Time is it? Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next. What? That clock's definitely not right. 8:15, excuse me. We're still at 15. 16. Okay. There we are. Now I need to test. This is a wireless computer, meaning there's a signal sender on the fork of the bike. It also has a battery. So I need to check and see if that battery is working as well. I hope it is because I only had one replacement battery. Let's get you to where you can see what's happening. Nope. You still can't see what's happening. There, now you can see. Okay, guys. So if that 0 changes to something else, that means my sender is working. Let's find out. But that's not promising. Did my magnet move? taking the magnet off the wheel. It's going to manually tap it on the well, that's a bummer. Am I really sure I don't have another battery? Let's look again. Oh. Haha. Who else hates these little packs? Oh, come on. Just give it to me already. You guys believe this? I peeled the cardboard off, and now there's a layer of plastic. Come on. They want you to work for that battery. Jeez. Alright, so my cinder is down here on the fork. Set that down before I drop it. So 2016. This is 2032. Ouch. My new battery is about half as thick. I'm going to try it anyway. Alright, mosquitoes are invading. I gotta close that door. this. Where I put my stuff at? This thing is not meant to be easy, I don't think. You gotta hold the battery, then you gotta hold the O-ring. Then there's the battery cover. And then there's the cover for the battery cover. Goodness. Now, do you work now, I wonder? I hope. Be nice. Bummer. Let's look again. There's a couple other places that battery might be. Ooh, I can steal this battery. Might be out of luck, guys. I found another CR 2025, but I need a CR 2032. Well, I guess that project's not happening without a store visit. Can I trick it into working? This might be a dumb idea, but I'm going to attempt it. For I am a cheapskate after all. So I'm going to use this little bitty thin sliver of wood to make up for the thickness difference. And gonna see if I can MacGyver this thing. Because those two different batteries, they're the same voltage. It's just the 32 one has more amp hours in it. Oh, yes. I beat the system, guys. Here we are. I'll see it. Check it one more time. Yep. Awesome. Awesome. Now I just need to put my magnet back on the spoke. Okay. I need to see what that cat's unhappy about. Kitty. Kitty. Hey. You know, my dumb brain just thought of something. I was testing the receiver way over here, far away from the sending device, sending unit. And it's just dawned on me that, it says in the instructions this only works if it's within so many feet of each other. So I'm going to put the original battery back in because I've made a dummy of myself. And I wonder if it works. I need a little tiny screwdriver. There it goes. Yeah. Well, it worked a couple times and then it quit. Let's try moving the bike and see what I get. You know, it's working, but it seems to be kind of hit or miss. So I think I'm going to take that other battery with me and take that little shim with me too. Oh. Probably a good idea to always carry a spare battery anyway. Some Ziploc bags I forgot I had. Yes, that'll work nicely. So there's my battery and my little cheater shim. And this is a little zipper bag I carry with me. It's got an Allen wrench in it, and then wrapped up in an old sock, I've got one of these combination wrenches. This won't fix everything on a bike, but it should fix good enough to get me back home or back to where I started. But I keep this in a sock, that way it doesn't rattle. And the sock goes in the little zipper bag. And then my Allen wrench. This works on the bike grips. And my extra battery. There we go. So I think both my bikes are good to go. Trying to position you guys to where you can see as much of what I'm doing as possible. let's put a belt back together. How does that sound? So this is one of those, you slide it in, you slide the strap in, and this roller pin slides and binds up on it. No, don't break. Wow, it really doesn't like that. Wouldn't that be a shame? I polished this earlier today. I didn't record it. But wouldn't it be a shame as I'm putting it back together the thing breaks on me? And this is a little piece that goes on the end. Is that open far enough? No. Need a bigger screwdriver. Okay. Now I need to go over to my bench vise to crimp that back together. not sure I like that. I didn't push the fabric in all the way, and you see how it creased it. I'm going to try to open that back up. I don't really like that.